Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I've gotten this question a lot today. Like, whoa, it was a longer weekend and I went off the rails or something happened and I drank more than I thought I was going to, or I ate more sugar than I thought I was going to, or I was really planning on working out and I didn't at all. How do I reset? How do I reset? How do I get this back on track, right? This isn't designed necessarily for gut health, which I'll add in something for that just verbally, but it's important to have a little way to kind of reset yourself to get back on track so you don't feel like you are sliding down that slippery slope of continuing on with like summer partying all the time. I don't know how much you guys are doing summer partying with other people. Just hanging out with my kids. So great. I love them. They're wonderful humans. They really are. It's just, you know, we went to a lake and we did some stuff there, you know. It's a different world right now for a lot of things. So it's just you know, interesting getting used to all of it. But in terms of doing a fast reset, you're like, oh my gosh, I was out in the sun, I was out and about, I did other things, I ate things that I don't normally eat. How do I reset this? How do I get back on track here? Because I'm struggling and I don't feel great, right? That's one of the hardest things. When you don't feel great, you just feel sluggish and like, ugh. It's harder, it feels like, to just, you know, kind of get right back in your lane. We have a tendency to overdo it in a negative direction. And I'll explain that a little bit more when I talk about these things. But first thing is to hydrate. Hydrate and get enough electrolytes in. Oftentimes when your schedule is different, when there's different things going on, it's super easy not to hydrate. If you're out in the sun, outside, you need to make sure you're hydrating, right? And replenishing your body with electrolytes. That's so key. I live in Minneapolis, so the weather here has been not only hot, but like humid, and there's like some ozone thing going on where they're like, oh, the air quality is terrible. I'm like, because there's no breeze. I mean, we live in the plains. Like, this is the great part of the Great Plains, like Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa. Like, it's flat. The glaciers came through. You're gonna get a little science lesson right now. The glaciers came through and like leveled it. I mean, the reason why Minnesota is called the land of 10,000 lakes is because of all the glacial rocks that got dragged, and then there'd sometimes be these little potholes of chunks of ice that would get shoved in the ground and lake. So all of this, the Midwest, northern Midwest area here is flat and there's water. So normally it's real chilly, but there's no breeze. I was like, I don't think I've ever experienced like 3 days in a row with zero breeze. Like, there's no wind. Anyway, so the air quality, so it's like, ugh, stuffy, hot, ugh. Not great, right? Just very different. So making sure you stay really hydrated is even more important. You're going to have to drink more water to stay hydrated. It's not just your regular amount of water, it's more water. So making sure you're getting enough water and your kids are getting enough water, if you've got kids, or your loved ones, your people that you're with, because it's super easy to get a little dehydrated, and that little bit of dehydration can lead to crabbiness, headaches, sluggishness, all this stuff where you just don't feel great and you're dehydrated. Yeah. So that's one of the biggest things there. Next thing is to get protein in. So like right away tomorrow morning, get protein in your body right away in the morning. It's going to really help even out your blood sugar levels. It's going to help give you energy and really help kind of moderate yourself throughout the day. Make sure you're getting extra greens, extra veggies. Add spinach to your eggs. Add spinach to your shakes. Add all the spinach. I keep talking about spinach. You can use other green things too. Leafy greens, leafy greens with all the things. It's going to help you so much. Get more of those micronutrients in. Blend them, saute them, however you get them in. Just eating a lot of salad is really hard to break down and digest. So I wouldn't recommend doing a lot of raw salad, but getting in lots of micronutrients, lots of greens, that's going to help a ton. And then rest. We have a tendency, women have such a tendency to say, oh my gosh, I didn't exercise at all, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, Did you go for a walk? Did you go out and about? Were you, you know, doing other things, right? Like we were at a lake, there was some paddle boarding, there was some things. I didn't necessarily do all that stuff, but I sure as hell schlepped all the stuff from the car. What do they call that? Like, not Power Man, something like farmer carry on stuff. Like, it's mom carry. Come on, farmer carry on those weights. It's mom carry, right? Like, you carry all the crap from the car to the lake. Oh, anyway, so there's like some movement, there's some activity. It's not none, but we have this tendency to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't get my perfect workout in. I gotta do all these things. And it's almost like you're punishing yourself for not doing it. Your body's been off schedule. It has been a stressful time for a lot of people, right? And even though you may have had an extra day off of work or something else, or there's other things happening that were enjoyable, it's still not the same. And again, recognize this extra stress with your body and system. Give your system the rest that it needs. Give your system the time that it needs to really repair. And do not necessarily think that going to the gym and working out even harder tomorrow is going to be the end-all be-all that gets you ahead of the game, right? Listen to your system. If you're exhausted, just take it easy. Or instead of going for a 10-mile run, do a walk, you know, go for a light jog for half the distance, whatever it is. Just, again, get some movement in, but again, don't punish yourself by saying, oh my gosh, I ate this, I got to work it off. Your body's been through a lot. It's been a year for a lot of people. So really make sure you're getting the right rest. That's going to set you up for success for the rest of the week, because you can try and come out like, you know, going all out on Monday, but feel like it's a swing and a miss and you slide down the rest of the week. I'd rather have you just kind of like baby step on Monday. Take it one day at a time. Baby step on Monday. Let's do these things. Let's get through Monday. And then you wake up on Tuesday and feel like, yes, I'm ready to go. Huh, this is awesome. I feel amazing. And I can't wait to get back to my routine. Yeah. That's a better way to go about it, right? Because it's not about what you do that one day. It's like, it's a snapshot of the whole week. It's a snapshot of the whole month. And if you're doing more things to help, then that's the win in the end. We try so hard to say, I worked out this hard, or I burned this many calories, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, you know what? Just give yourself a big win for the day so you feel good, so you can keep going with it. There's no race, right? I mean, there are literally no races right now. They're all virtual. It just is what it is. So we're here and we're doing this. So take this time for you to give your system what it needs. So a lot of gals, though, have a hard time moderating themselves. This was something that I actually struggled with at different points in my life. When I went from being an athlete in college to just like working out, I didn't know how to work out like a regular person. If I wasn't going to spend 3 hours in the gym, I was like, why bother? I wasn't training for 3 or 4 hours a day. I don't need to be at the gym that long, right? Like, no, right? It's a totally different thing, you know, and then going through and having kids, having to reframe what your activity level is when you're pregnant and nursing and all these other things, right? You have to reframe what your body is not just capable of doing, but what is good for where you're at in life right now. And that's a thing, right? That's a bigger picture thing to look at. And if you're thinking, gosh, I should be training for this 10K. I should be training for my marathon. I should run a marathon. I've got the time, or I can do this. I can't get to the gym, or, you know, my gyms are still closed, so I can just run outside. I should be doing this. Is that really the best thing for your body in this time frame of your life right now? If yes, great. But if not, really reframe what you're putting yourself through in terms of what's your really big end goal. Feel better, be healthier, right? Have your system function better? Great. Then work with it and listen to it and give it the rest that it needs. So in terms of getting the right guidance for you, again, a lot of women have a hard time with this. I did too. So it's important you have somebody giving you direction. So if you're looking for a way to have that direction one-on-one, customized to you, you can click the link right there in the comments and learn more about working with me one-on-one, really getting the customized protocols, nutrition, you know, timing with workouts, with whatever it is that you need in life, so that you don't have to guess. It's just there for you. And it's the right step-by-step process, right? It's the right step-by-step process to get you to your end goal. Other resources I have for you if you're like, okay, sure, But where else can I start? Where else can I read? I have a YouTube channel, which is called Dr. Beth Westy. I have a ton of videos there and information. I also have a podcast called The Female Health Solution, where you can learn more about life things and health overall. And then I have my book, The Female Fat Solution. This is on Amazon. Lots about nutrition that matches your hormones, your cycle, different phases of life, perimenopause, menopause. I also have a book on menopause specifically. So there are different specifications for that when we look at nutrition. So that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know if you have any questions or if you need anything else. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you later.